This how it be.
This game ain't for everybody.
This how it be. This how it be in this everlasting game.
Woke up, took a shit, not knowing it's your last day. Shot outside the club, cause your crook was only halfway.
Hey, what it is? What it is? I fumbled them words. I said, hey, what it is? It's
Man,
Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. I do know better than that, but I fumbled anyway. We're gonna keep pushing. It's Thirsty Thursday. Welcome to the show, the best show going, the show that's gonna give you the raw.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sports, any topics, from a fan's perspective, a regular person's perspective, because man, we ain't no celebrities, not yet at least. Fanatical Massholes, that's who we be. Your boys, Pac-Man, King Sasso, it's your boy Mizzo. What's going on, gentlemen?
You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is.
Though we not
What you saying?
Though we not a celebrity, there's nothing wrong celebrating life.
And you heard him. This is the words from Sasso, approved by King Sasso and nobody else. All right, fellas, we got a couple good shows to get into. We got a couple good topics, I should say. Good shows, good topics to get into. I'm all crazy. We're gonna get it right. It's gonna get a little serious today. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into the NBA. We're gonna get into a little crazy story about a Detroit man who decided let's sell some bud from my house as like a vending machine, like it was a McDonald's. You pull up, drive through, joint pop out on you. You know what I mean? We'll get into that. And we'll also get into greatest rap group ever. We did hip hop earlier this week, but we're gonna expound on that because it is 50 years of hip hop. BET Hip Hop Awards are coming up. They're gonna be voting on the best rap group ever. We'll discuss that as well. Who we think, you know. But as always, like, subscribe, share, comment. I mean,
support.
We appreciate all your support, man. Support us though, please. You know what I mean? We just out here trying to make it happen. You know, doing it for us that they say we don't got an opinion or our opinions don't matter, but they do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure they do because we're not going to be them weirdos. Yeah, we fanatics, but we're not them weirdos. You know what I mean? Burn them at the stake type dude. We give it a treat. When we rant because we mean it. You know what I'm saying? Because we tight. We pissed off about what our team's doing, or we gloating because we happy. We ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get into it. Without further ado. All right, last night, one game. Celtics demolished the Sixers last night. It was about by damn near 40. You know what I mean? You know, it was 121-85, I believe that was the score. I mean, it was ugly, bro. 121-87. I was off by 2. Nobody really did much, man. Jaylen Brown had 25. He led all scorers. He did his thing. You know what I mean? Everybody else didn't do great. Jason Tatum had 7 points. That was it. 7 points. Malcolm Brogdon had 23. The Celtics beat him by damn near 40. How about this? Let me ask this quick question. Joel Embiid came back and played. He had 15 points, 3 rebounds. That was it.
5 blocks.
You know, they basically, yeah, 5 blocks. But bad knee. Should he have played, Pac-Man?
Should he have played? If that was me, I wouldn't have played because I wouldn't want to make my injury no worse. But we don't know his motives for wanting to play. Maybe he wanted to be a part of this process. Maybe he wanted to be a part of history. Maybe he thought that he could help his team. You know, maybe he had the feeling that they was about to get smashed. Who knows?
And they still got smashed. Who knows?
That's a whole factor around it.
So what you think, man?
I'm gonna keep this one short. I put this on the coach. I would have waited to game 3 until he played. Let James Harden do what he did so he could run up and down the floor. He can't run up and down the floor. He could play half-court offense, okay, but he can't keep up with the speed with the transition. And that's what happened yesterday. That's what the 45-point blowout comes from.
Did you say James Harden, though? You said James Harden? You meant Joel Embiid, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. James Harden, if you let James Harden just, take over game 2,
Oh,
then,
got you. Good.
the sit back, okay. But I'm saying now, he's on the floor. The Boston Celtics running transitions, and you can't run backwards forward with them because now it's a track meet. That's why they got blew out by 40 points yesterday.
You should have been coaching them.
Right, yeah. I don't. I mean, yeah. I think. I mean, I wouldn't have played him. I don't think he should have played at all. Like, I think he should have set him down, and that would have been that. You know what I'm saying? And let him come back for game 3. Again, he's not gonna get any healthier. So I guess what was the risk in it? But you got one game. Let him play loose, man. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like James Harden defers too much when Joel Embiid's on the floor. Not too much, but he wasn't aggressive enough yesterday. So you want James Harden to be aggressive. You want both of them to be aggressive. Your two guys have to be aggressive if you're gonna even have a chance to win this series. So I don't think they should have played him. They should have let him rest. They still might have got beat by 40. It wouldn't have mattered. But I think they shouldn't have played him. You know what I mean? You're playing with house money. You're up 1-0. Let him sit out till he get back to Philly.
Put all the injured dudes in there.
Either way, congrats on the MVP though, Joel Embiid. But yeah, I wouldn't have played him. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now that we done with that, let's get into the realness real quick. So Jason Whitlock. I mean, look, man. I used to like this. I ain't gonna say I used to. I liked him on certain television shows where he's fill in. He's a good sports anchor. I'm not gonna act like he's not. He knows what he's doing. He's been in the game for a long time. But lately, he's been saying things that's got you like, what's up with this dude, man? Who's man? What's the comment? Who's man's? Like, real talk. This is what he said about Britney. Again, he went in on Deion Sanders. He went on a lot of people.
But this is what people like. They like controversy. They like static. You understand what I'm saying? He's probably doing this on purpose.
Right. Well, I think so. You know what I mean? Grifter for the Blaze and Fox News. But anyway, you know what I mean? This is the same guy who said that it's basically the mother's fault that black men are getting killed. You know what I mean? Black men like, my man in Memphis, they got beat to death by them cops. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy. But anyway, I forgot his name and I apologize. I will get his name and get it back to everybody. Like, how is it the mother's fault? Like, he's calling out for his mom. He wasn't doing nothing. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Here's what he said about Britney Griner. He said a lot, again, like I said, he said a lot about Deion Sanders as far as Deion basically.
That's what led into him talking about
Britney Griner. But he's upset about.
I don't think it was personal with Britney Griner. I think he was talking about the situation with Britney Griner and Deion Sanders.
Right. Well, he basically what he said was Deion is mad. Well, Deion is upset that only one HBCU player got drafted. He basically said to Deion that the kid was basically riding the bench at Florida State. He should be lucky to be drafted. You should be happy to be drafted. But he basically said, why isn't Deion Sanders more mad at he said, how about offering an opinion about martyr Britney Griner? She wants biological men to compete against women. Deion Sanders is a former athlete. He's now head coach at a Power 5 university. He's an expert on male athletes. He should have an opinion on whether men should be competing against women. Go check his Twitter feed to see if he's ashamed of Britney Griner, the WNBA, and all the other people groveling and begging for the WNBA and women's sports to be overrun by men pretending to be women. Is Deion ashamed for that? Of that? Is he willing to put his name out there and take the risk of pissing off sponsors, piss off the Biden administration, piss off all the leftists, piss off anybody with a common sense stance on Britney Griner is nuts. Anybody who supports this is nuts. Right, exactly. And he goes on and said, I moved the place where the stupidity of athletes drive me crazy. I'm ashamed of them. I'm ashamed I used to be one of them. These guys have daughters. They played at a high level. They should have an opinion on this. They should be the men drawing a line in the sand and say, no dice. This is crazy. But they said nothing. Did you listen to Bill Roden, ESPN columnist who was at Britney Griner's recent press conference, grovel at the feet of those women, of this woman who contribution to society is playing basketball? If he were groveling at Michael Jordan's feet, I would be critical. I mean, if at least Michael Jordan played at this level, at a high level, this woman broke the law of the Russian government and made this country cough up the merchant of death, an arms dealer for a basketball player. We had to spring a terrorist from prison to recover a basketball player because she's irresponsible and stupid.
Oh,
he basically
wow.
said he doesn't dislike Miss Britney Griner. She does not represent anything important, but she does not represent anything important. All this fake bring home, yeah, like but he went back in on Britney Griner because that's just a popular thing to do. He basically said she's a dummy, for what she did. You know, yeah, she's a dummy. Basically, what he said, she's a dummy. She's not a martyr. She's a dummy. She basically said she's a big dumb jock. He said, let's stop pretending like Britney Griner is let's start pretending Britney Griner is Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, or Jackie Robinson. She's a big dumb jock who got locked up in Russia because she tried to smuggle a little weed or hash into a foreign country. This is what dummies do. She's not a victim, she's a dummy. And she cost America the merchant of death.
All right.
I'll let you go. But also
he made the wrong person though.
Hold on. Also, we say he called this dude a victim about when you talking about Deion Sanders saying that the player that got drafted, the one HBCU player that got drafted, he said should have been drafted early. He's the only person drafted by the HBCU. That's wrong. That's a crime. I'm ashamed of the NFL. I'm sure they're gonna take this check from this white university. I'm sure I'm going to take this check from this white university and shut the hell up and get out of Jackson State as soon as I can. That's what he said about Deion Sanders as far as sticking up. Basically saying what Deion Sanders is doing is fake protest. You know what I'm saying? Fake rage. But go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. So his comments of Britney Griner was out of line, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go before I go.
I'm saying though, his whole rant was about Deion, and then it went into Britney Griner. He just all over the place. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, first of all, you can't tell Deion Sanders what cause he need to be mad at and whatever and all this and the next thing. That's not your position. That's not your place. Whatever his cause is, that's his cause. Now you saying that Britney Griner, the wannabe martyr, she never said she was no martyr. What are you talking about? You making up your own fantasy, brother. You making up your own like he just all over. But my thing is, he is drawing in the crowd like that though. You understand what I'm saying? He's drawing the crowd. He's on his Kanye West. Yeah. Saying dumbish and being all over the place. He know that's what brings in the crowd. He know that's what's going to get him get the ratings, but at the same time could get him canceled too, acting crazy like that.
I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, again, I think the leftists have already tried to cancel him, but he's got the ear of the right. Look, you know how this is. Before I let Sasa go, you know how this is. The right loves when we get at each other. You know what I'm saying? When we call out each other. See, you're a person who looks like you saying you're dumb, you're stupid. Why don't you just be smart? Because they're saying it. They agree with us. You know what I mean? And that's corny to me. Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Jason Whitlock is entitled to his own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Sasa, before I go.
Today, in these days of times, they are scrutinizing people that are bashing, because he lightweight bashing homosexual.
No, he is, but I mean, and he's on the Blaze. I don't know if they're gonna cancel him. He's not on mainstream media anymore. I don't think. You know what I mean? Go ahead, son.
Man, that man sound like Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's too much things going on in this world for the Black American, man. We're already going through the pandemic, anxiety, depression, and stuff. And you as a Black man going downgrade a young lady like that, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this. This is to me, it's grifting. He's a grifter. You know what I mean? You're on the Blaze. It's right wing. You Fox News, and you saying things again. Like I said, this is the same man who basically blamed Black mothers for their Black children getting slaughtered. Listen,
that's messed up.
My mother, for the things that I did, I never could blame my mom. Matter of fact, I don't blame white America. I don't blame America for the
Me, I
crimes
just
that I
had a
committed.
conversation at work the other day.
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
afforded all the same opportunities as white. Listen, at the end of the day, we all afforded the same opportunity wherever we come from. We all afforded the opportunity to go to school. We all afforded the opportunity to make the right choices.
It is
You know what I'm
harder though.
saying?
So it's harder in certain places,
It's
but I'm
harder,
not
but
gonna.
still,
I'm not
people
gonna.
make it
I
out. People
know.
make it. People
Right.
make it
That's
because
what I was
they
about
go
to say.
hard.
So I'm about to say I'm not gonna put that on the government or the white person or anybody. Like, you know what I mean? It's on me to get out of it.
Right.
We make our own destiny. You can vote for whoever you vote for. I vote mostly, again, because I'm hoping for change, but I vote mostly so I could talk my talk and say, man, I voted for you. Or I voted against you. You suck. Hold on, Sarge. You know what I mean? Like, I did that. But at the end of the day, I do vote. I mean, I'm being conscious when I'm voting. I'm not just voting to say, yeah, I voted so I can talk my talk. What I'm saying is I vote because I feel like my voice should matter. But 9 times out of 10, I feel like it don't. But at the end of the day, Trump ain't made my life any different or worse. Biden definitely hasn't. Obama didn't.
Right.
Much everybody thought he did. None of them did.
Their own destiny,
You
man.
make your life better. You grind, you keep working. Again, the cards can be stacked against you about everything. But if you keep grinding, keep working, eventually it'll come through for you.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there with Jason Whitlock. What Jason Whitlock, the man is a grifter who decided, let me get at Britney Griner because everybody else is trying to praise her. Look, we said it on this show, but I had to look it up. I was saying that she wasn't harshly convicted. No, I know I said she wasn't wrongly convicted and wrongly arrested. She was harshly arrested. And it was way too harsh though, because I looked up the laws and she should not have been sentenced to 9 years. That was wrong. And it was way too harsh. But we know what Russia did was political. We know what Russia did was, okay, we got her. Everybody's calling for her to come out. Because the dude, Paul Whelan, we didn't know who he was until Britney Griner got arrested. Respect, and I'm not trying to crap on Paul Whelan. Get him out. Biden, do your job and get him out too.
I ain't even gotta say
hold
no
on,
more.
Hold on,
that's
man.
That's what I was about to say, man.
Right. There you go. I'm saying, but like how Kyrie told Biden, do your job about Britney Griner, do your job. And I don't even want to say it like that. Handle your business and get him out too. You know what I'm saying? But they want more, they want more for him than they do Britney Griner. They wanted the war, the merchant of war. What do you think they want for him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, no, do I think it's crazy that they gave up? They went and got Britney Griner and he had to come out? It is, because we don't know what he's gonna do. He could do the same damn thing he just did.
You want to know something? I just was up the way in the feds. They was dudes in there that was Russian. This is before the whole war.
Well, basically, I wanted to say real quick before you go.
They was trading inmates. There was a couple Russian dudes in there that got out because they took a couple American citizens out of the prisons over there.
Right.
But at the same time, my thing is, this is an old topic, but still, she should have had common sense. You knew what was going on at that time. You know you shouldn't have been going through no checkpoint in no airport with no weed, man. You should have knew, like, common sense.
Is she the only one that had weed? You think she's the only one?
Even if it's just oil, still, let me be careful because I don't know what they're gonna do right now. They're being petty because America's at they top. Let me just be careful.
It's not. They did it.
She's the only one that had weed on the plane.
Yeah, but hold on. She did that. They did that because she raided because I'm saying they was running. This was when they basically invaded Ukraine. But she was already they already caught her though. She was already in custody when they invaded Ukraine. But yes, it still is political ploy. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, Jason Whitlock, man, you bootlicking, man, right now, man. Enough's enough, man. You doing too much, man. You bootlicking, man, too much, man.
For real, y'all. We
you know what I mean? You mad? You took it all the way there with Deion and made it political with Britney because what Deion said about one guy about no player from HBCU being drafted, but one. Again, I'm gonna say it like I've heard people say it. It's not a racial thing why no HBCU players got drafted. They just might not be good enough. And you want to know why? Because there's not enough funding in HBCUs. Their facilities aren't $100 million facilities. They don't got that in HBCUs. They don't. You know what I'm saying? These HBCUs are neighborhoods where you and I don't want to live right now. You know what I'm saying? You and I, Pac-Man, have been to Jackson. We know what Jackson is. You know what I'm saying? That's what Deion Sanders came from. I'm not trying to doodle on Jackson. I love Jackson, Mississippi as a city. I love it. I do. But again,
I mean,
hold on, bro. Hold on, man.
That's punish a team that went 13-0, though.
I got, but
a program
that's not gonna do
that,
punishing though. No one's saying that. What I'm saying is the funding is not there though for these kids to get better, to get
Jackson
or to get
a very downtrodden area,
or to get better players. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get better players if you don't have the funding and the facilities. Again, I could be a 5-star as much as I want to support HBCU, but if Florida State is saying, "Yo, bro, come play with us," Tallahassee, which has everything, to Jackson State, which has not even a quarter of that, I'm going to Tallahassee. Again, Deion Sanders was able to get players, some players to come and play with him that was going to go to Florida State or big schools because he was Deion Sanders. And he did it like that. And he was like that, like he's doing in Colorado. But it's not always going to be like that. HBCUs need to be better funded. Better funding has to go to these schools. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop talking about it and be about it. Fund us. Look out for us. And us will be better.
Hey, can I say this might not make sense or whatever, but I was thinking about a school called Mount Union, right? Nobody never heard them. They're a Division III school. Every time they kept winning, they was on TV. So I don't understand why all this thing about, the Black people, to a point we can't even talk about the real things that's going on, like because Jacksonville is a little school. I seen Mount Union, who's a Division III school football team that was dominating.
But that has to do with the funding, though, Sasso, is what we're talking about. The funding. They're not getting.
Do you think they have funded? You think that's
what is them gonna be? What does them being on school? What does them being on TV have to do with them being drafted? What does it have to do with anything? Though
I mean, maybe I have to look. I have to look up and see if they funded.
They're not funded, but what I'm saying is they're not. Maybe they're looking like they're good enough. Is what I'm saying. Go ahead, Pat.
Right. This is the question: who's funding the schools that are getting funded? Now, from my point of view,
big time boosters.
All right, then. So
and alumni and all that.
All right. So this is where these HBUs got to put their focus at. Maybe they ain't putting their focus on these boosters and blah blah blah. Maybe they not. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I'm with you.
They gotta catch their attention. You know what I'm saying? The same way we as humans gotta make it out the hood and we gotta da-da-da. Maybe these HBUs need to start putting their foot down. Maybe they need to start doing things to catch these boosters' attention and make them wanna invest in them. You understand what I'm saying? Because same way these other schools are catching their attention and doing whatever, being franchise players and blah 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 blah. Maybe that's what these HBUs need to start doing. Maybe they want to keep it real and they don't want to get the funding and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't like some of the boosters when what they stand for, so they don't want to take the funding or something. Like we don't know that what's going on in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Or it's basically what it is that a lot of the boosters or the alumni from HBCUs don't got it like that. Again, all the big time players are going to the big time Division I schools. They're not going to HBCUs anymore. Again, back in the day when they all played there, Jerry Rice's, I think Walter Payton's, the Shannon Sharps. And again, this way back though. Forget even before them. Back in the day when most of the NBA, NFL players that are in the Hall of Fame that were Black went to HBCUs because they couldn't go to the Florida States and the Alabamas because it was segregated. But now that you integrated and they said, come play with us now, they're not going to go to HBCUs, which is sad, but at the same time, it is what it is.
You know what
money talks. Money talks.
Some of these athletes need to start saying, yo, we need to start. They need to get together and say, yo, let's start going to these schools, man.
Absolutely.
So we can get it. So they can get a better look. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Maybe they'll start getting more boosters wanting to blah 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 blah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to play it too.
Absolutely. It's the kids. Go get it. Like Travis Hunter went with Deion Sanders, but then check what? Travis Hunter left Florida State to go with Deion Sanders at HBCU. But guess what? When Deion Sanders left and said I'm going to Colorado, Travis Hunter went with him. He didn't stay at the HBCU. You know what I mean? So it's you got it. Again, Eddie George is a coach at Tennessee State HBCU, but You know, they're not staying for him. You know what I mean? Like you said, we got to get our kids. If this is what we want to do, and we really feel like, yo, it's not, we ain't getting represented like that, representation, then we got to tell our kids, okay, go play at the HBCUs. Not make them, but listen, give it a shot.
Tell them the
But
importance
again,
of doing it.
But again, if the funding ain't right, the weight rooms ain't right, the food ain't right, you're gonna go where everything else is right. You're not gonna go from poverty to poverty. You see what I'm saying? Sasa, anyway, Sasa's camera went out. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back. We're gonna do another topic, man. Kind of serious topic. Like I said, it's a serious show tonight, man. We don't apologize because we talk about these things too. You know what I mean? Rock with us though, Fanatical Massholes show.
I'm there from old age. I know the feeling knee deep. Screaming crime pays. I read his mind. This nigga washed up, Mr. Cascade. I got lucky, but my story's not the norm. Kane gave him pound, grabbed my bottle, walked up in the hallway. Here comes a get back, a sawed off at close range, split his head in half, and that's exactly how this.
Hey yo, welcome back to the show, Fanatical Massholes. Your boys, Sasso, Pac-Man, Mezzo, rocking. Got a special guest with us tonight, my bro, Saint. We don't give out government names here, so don't ask his real name. I mean, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
What's up, brother, man? Everything's going golden, man. You know, blessed to be alive, brother. Another day. How you doing?
Got you. I'm good. Everything good, man. Everything good. All right. He's joining us today because we got this topic, man, that I wanted to touch on. He sent it to me, so I really wanted to touch on it. It's in regards to, let me find it here, man. Boy, bear with me, people. I'm sorry. So, posted from Newsbreak, shout out to Newsbreak, and actually from Vice News. There's a store in Canada that just opened, and they're selling heroin, meth, and cocaine. So Jason Martin is the owner of the store, and if he's arrested, he basically said he's going to launch a constitutional challenge. So basically, it's the only brick and mortar store in Canada and the US that sells heroin, cocaine, meth, MDMA, which is ecstasy, and other drugs. Jason Martin opened the store, both of them, in either one. He got the only store. Jason Martin opened the drugstore in Vancouver's downtown East Side district that has long been considered ground zero for Canada's overdose epidemic. While British Columbia has very progressive drug laws, the mobile shop is operating completely illegally. It's not legal yet. It's illegal. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna knock his head up.
Despite the drugs, 3-year drug decriminalization project, he still did it and didn't wait. Oh, all right. Basically, what he said is people are dying, especially now. They've allowed the entire province to do these drugs, but they've provided no clean, safe supply. They're getting it from the same supply that everyone else is overdosing from. So there's been more than 11,000 deaths in British Columbia since 2000 due to drug overdose since 2016. Okay. So basically, Martin, before I stop, because I don't want to keep rambling on. Martin said he'd be selling people a max of 2.5 grams of each drug, with serving sizes as small as 1 point, which is 1/10 of a gram, under BC's decriminalization policy. A person can have up to 2.5 grams of the aforementioned substances in total without facing criminal consequences. He's charging roughly street prices, with grams of cocaine and meth going from 90 and 50 respectively. He's checking IDs, yada, 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 yada.
So where is that in America? You said it was in America too?
No, he's got the only one in between the United States and America. You know how they lump that in. You know what I'm saying? He's got the only store that's doing
I thought I
this.
heard you say America too.
Wow.
No, I said he's got the only store in the United States and America. He's only got one store, but it's in America. You know what I mean? Between both countries. You feel what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
Between them, you saying he got the only store between United States?
Yes.
In America. All right.
I said Canada and the United States. What I said. Let's not get off track back, man.
I'm saying you said in America. People might get confused, but you say in America.
I said in Canada and the US.
And America.
Oh my gosh, bro. Can you stay on topic? All right. What do you think about this? Now I'm gonna start with you.
Me?
You jerk.
I think he's a bozo. I think he's
a bozo.
His days
Really?
is numbered.
Okay.
He's a bozo. You selling weight
right.
out your front door, out of
How about
vending
this?
machine, when you
How
know it's a
about this?
law. It's a law. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Let me rephrase it. You know, because I told me and Saints discussed it before, and I told I was going to spin it a different way. How does this translate into fighting against overdoses in America? How can something like this, how this story he's got that he's doing, how can it be translated to America or all around the world? Because there's countries all around the world that are doing this. You know what I'm saying? How can it be translated where it's legal, it's safe, it's clean, nobody's, you know what I mean? How can this be translated? Do you think it can be translated? How about that? I'll start with you. Go ahead, Pat.
the only way that you can prevent overdoses is by cutting it to the point that it ain't potent enough to have people overdose. You can't prevent overdoses by selling drugs legally. It just don't happen, bro. Because people are gonna take over the amount they're supposed to take. People gonna go be above and beyond what they're supposed to do. They're not gonna do it moderately like a doctor would tell you with medication. So it's a bad idea. It don't make no sense. That's why I said he's a bozo. It don't make no sense. You can't say, oh, because I'm selling it legally, it's gonna work out. Nah, it's not gonna work out. Because, and I'm not saying he's a bozo for trying to get money at all. You know where I just came from, but what I'm saying is the idea itself is crazy. Homie, you ain't in the frame no more. It's the idea is insane. His days are numbered. His days are numbered, and it's not a good idea because it's not going to prevent overdoses. It's not going to make things clean. Because if you selling it in a, not unless you got them sitting down and you watching them,
I
and you
think
giving
that's
it to
what
them
they're
moderately,
doing.
and you
That's
control
what
it.
they're doing.
It's a store, bro. I think he's there and he got other people there watching him, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, they got stuff like that out in Belgium and all that, where they have them sit down in the joint. But who to say they didn't just get high before they came in there, and then they add that to what they got in their body, and they fall out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to pin the epidemic. There's no way. You just don't sell drugs if you don't want people to overdose. And I'm not saying I'm not the one to talk because you know what I mean. But still, that's
Got
not.
you.
There's no way to pin the epidemic, but stop having drugs being sold. Like, just because you sell drugs in a store and have people sit down and give them clean needles and there's always going to be that one person that just got high before they came in there, or there's going to be that person that got a low tolerance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
Fentanyl is safe.
All right, go ahead, Saint.
I don't know, Pac. I agree with you to a certain point, but in a way, man, I think this could be a good thing, man. I mean, if you look at the statistics, man, annually, about 244,000 Americans are in prison for drug possession. 80% of those people are either drug addicts or alcohol abusers. So let's say 26% of the crime yearly by Americans is simple drug possession. You know, in the last 10 years, man, the numbers have went down. Those numbers used to be double 10 years ago. Now, I think because of people like this doing things like that, you know, opening up a store where you could get lab tested quality drugs and clean products to use your drugs, and not only that, man, they got places in Philadelphia, New York, Vancouver. It's called safe injection sites. What they are is you basically go to the site and you use your drugs. They watch you. If you overdose, they hit you with Narcan, and they basically provide you a safe environment for you to do your drugs. And when you're ready and you're stable, they let you get up and they let you leave. But either way, bro, I think that, you know, by them, you're never going to control the epidemic. People are going to do what they want. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, providing people with safe paraphernalia, safe, you know, as safe as you can possibly give them drugs, you know, lab tested to make sure there's no fentanyl in it, and, you know, things, you know, bad cutting chemical agents and stuff like that. And not only that, bro, I mean, think about this, bro. How many people have simple possession charges of weed, you know, gram of coke, gram of heroin, or whatever? That's a felony, bro. That's a felony. So think about how many Americans now can't carry guns for a simple drug possession. How many can't walk onto a military base or can't leave the country or, you know, whatever, just for a simple drug possession.
Oh, so you talking about the people catching cases? I'm thinking you talking about people's habits.
Oh, even people's habits, bro.
Both though. It's both. It's
Bro,
both.
you're saving lives, bro. You're not on. All right, so think about this. You're providing clean paraphernalia, which means people who have HIV or whatever, it's less of a chance of transmitting that to another person because there's no longer sharing needles.
Mm-hmm.
You're not using dirty needles. You know what I mean? And like I said, the safe injection sites, bro, you're being watched by medical professionals. So,
all right, so how about the people that say that never did drugs before? Now they think it's all right. They doing it legal now. Let me go in there and try me some drugs. And that's another thing. When you have stuff like that, when you have sites, hold on,
let him go. Let him go.
Yeah. When you have sites like that, it just promotes drugs, man.
But on the flip side to that coin, bro, there's people who've never done it before and who are doing it every day out on the streets for the first time, overdosing and dying. You know what I mean? Now, what if that was your first time and you happen to be in a safe place? There's actually somebody there who can bring you back to life and revive you. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like I said, bro. People are gonna do what they want no matter what. It's, you know, right. It's basically how safe do you want to make it for them?
Absolutely, no doubt, Saint.
No doubt. Look, get on no platform and promote drugs because that's
bro. You know what?
Y'all hear that out there?
Telling you to do drugs, but you know.
I understand.
All right. Listen, man. Sas, you got something before I go?
Well, people shouldn't be abusing drugs anyways, and I feel as though that they was done for getting caught. We shouldn't be hearing nothing about that. And like my man said right here, you know, all them drugs supposed to be used in the lab to heal people or whatever the case is, and people out here abusing the drugs or whatever the case is to a point they come and raid or crack open your doors and shit. Oh, excuse me. And I get mad because, you know, we have people who overdose on drugs and stuff like that because of the abuse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
My mother used to get high, so I'm never gonna be like, yo.
Look, hey, listen, man. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Sash, you done? You good?
Yeah, man. I mean, more of the story I'm trying to say is, you know, man, like, whatever you do, just, you know, don't get caught. It ain't my business, but just don't get caught doing it because you could spend the rest of your life with shit like that.
Let's not listen, man. Let's not minimize it to. Let's not minimize it to that, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's not minimize it to where we're all looking at it as if, you know what I'm saying? That, hold on. Let's not minimize it to that point of where, or maximize it to where it's about getting caught with drugs, or it's about who, you know what I mean? Who's doing the drugs? Like the brother said, if you know, somebody's gonna do it. You're gonna do it anyway. If you want to do the drugs, you're gonna do it. So why not do it in a safe place? Needles are clean. Somebody here to revive you. Again, let's make sure we say this too. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, y'all. Let's make sure I say this too. I'm not saying that we should be promoting drug use, promoting drug selling
at all.
None of that. I'm not promoting that. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what anybody on here is doing. That's not what I brought Saint on here to do. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, it's like eating. I mean, it's like eating a burger. If you know, listen, man, your arteries are clogged. If your doctor telling you, listen, man, you got high blood pressure, you should not be eating these. You should not be eating cheeseburgers all the time. You shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't, whatever the case is. But you go and eat and do all this. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you want to do it. You're going to do what you want to do. Somebody going to feed you that burger. So if McDonald's says, you know what? Let's get conscious now. Oh, you're a little bit overweight? Or your doctor telling you this? Let me get a note. What does your doctor say? You can't have burgers? Nah, don't eat burgers. Burger King might be like, I don't care. Here's your burger. Do you. If you drop, you drop. So what I'm saying is
McDonald's
somebody's
went and sold a, Impossible
somebody's
Burger. They didn't go and get no notes.
man, stop it. So what I'm saying is somebody, stop it. Somebody gonna do it. Somebody's gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm basically trying to say. Part of my hand again. Somebody's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give it to you because that's just what it is.
That sound like
You
the
know what
drug
I mean?
dealer saying, "Yo, somebody's gonna sell that pregnant woman
No,
drugs. Man,
bro.
it might as well
You're
be
not.
me." Nah, bro.
I didn't say me. I didn't say. I'm saying what I'm saying. Look, okay. So how do we get them off drugs then? How do we get the ones that are on drugs off drugs? That want to stay on it.
Same way everybody else got off drugs. The same way my mother got off drugs. My father and other people in America got off drugs, man.
Your mother and father are strong. A lot of people don't make it out that, Pat. I'm not. Look again. I'm not.
Give them
Let me try to say
give
this.
them a lane to keep getting high.
No, and I know. I'm not saying. They're basically saying a safer way is what I'm just saying. They're not saying keep getting high.
There's places out there that hand out kits, my nigga.
That's what they.
There's people out there. There's places out there that hand out kits.
But that's what he's saying.
That got the shot and the
I'm mostly playing devil's advocate. Look, I'm not. Let me make sure I say this again for the 50th time. And I'm not saying y'all.
He's wrong, but I don't got.
I know.
Talking about.
I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did.
Last word on anything, but that's my view.
I didn't say you did. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying this is where I'm coming from. I'm not even coming from where Saint's coming from. I'm saying I get your side. I get all sides. Look, I don't want anybody to do drugs. People, do not do drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Alcohol's not good for you. For real. If you've never drank alcohol in your life, don't ever do it. Seriously, don't do it. It's not good for you. If you've never smoked cigarettes in your life, don't do it. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you.
At all.
Eat healthy. Eat healthy. But once you start, it's hard to stop. But again, like Pac-Man said, you can stop. You have to be disciplined. You have to have that intestinal fortitude to say, you know what, this is not good for me. I can't do this no more. I'm wrecking my family. I'm gonna stop. But for those who feel like they can't or don't want to, I agree with Saint is saying. Not that he's the owner or the spokesman, but I get where he's coming from. And the guy who started the store who's saying, look, there's overdoses. Look, let's put it like this. Like Saint said, there was 106 deaths, overdoses in 2021. Last year there was 70, around a little over 79,000 deaths, overdoses from drugs and everything. That's a big drop off, but that's still a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe this prevents it. Now, if it doesn't, well, how about this? Why not experiment on it and say, look, let's try it. If it don't work, that's it. We cancel them all, shut them down. That's it.
Canada?
No, this is America. I'm talking. What
the drop off happened in America, but we don't have one of them things.
Okay.
Right? So that's to tell you that we don't need you don't need one of those things for drop off for the decline, brother.
Like I said, I asked, do you think it would help? How do you think it could translate? Or could it translate? Would it work? Go ahead, Saint.
So, like, kind of like what you were just saying, try it out, see if it works, and see where it goes. Canada, actually, the decriminalization law in Canada it's actually only until 2026, and then they're going to reevaluate that. So they're basically giving it a trial run just to see how it goes and to see, what happens. So you're pretty right on about that, brother. Yeah, it is in the test run, and it's only until 2026. Then they're gonna reevaluate it and see what happens.
Exactamente. All right. Listen, it's a contentious topic. It's a contentious topic, but that's what we do on the show. We take on contentious topics. We disagree. Again, a lot. We're gonna disagree. It is what it is. Again, let me make sure I say this before we end this segment. I am not advocating for anybody to go do drugs. I'm not advocating for anybody to go sell drugs. Do not sell drugs. Go to school, get your high school education, go to college if you want. But if not, go to trade school. My man Saint is an electrician. You know what I mean? Go be an electrician, be a plumber, those jobs are great. Don't everybody go try to be a rapper or play basketball. If you can, of course. But if not, ain't nothing wrong with being in the industry. Blue collar, fixing somebody's toilet. So what? You get paid a lot of money.
Like me, like a janitor. I'm a janitor. Yes, sir.
And America's
built like a janitor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with using your hands to get money. You don't gotta use your hands to go do something different.
Yes,
I'm not advocating that. I know Pac-Man's not saying that that's what we're advocating. I know he's not saying that either. So let me not make sure I'm vilifying him as well. It's a disagreement. I think it could possibly work. I'm cool with a test run. Pac-Man says, hell no test run. I think Sasso's saying no test run, right? Like, he's basically saying no test run it either. You know what I'm saying? Shane and I agree. What's wrong with a test run? Why not? Just because, again, when I say they're going to do it anyway, that doesn't mean, like you said, Pat, I get what you're saying. That's not enabling them because I shouldn't. That's not what I mean. You know what I'm saying? It just means if there's a safer place, why not try it out? Why not try it out? You know what I'm saying? Saint, my brother, appreciate you jumping on with us.
No problem, man. I appreciate you having me, man.
Before you go, though, where can they find you at?
Find me at what, on Instagram?
Yeah, man, everywhere. You said what?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You probably don't want to be found.
You don't want to be found? All right. He don't want to be found.
I don't want to be right, baby.
I got you. Sports. I know you love a little bit about sports. What's you college football? What's up? What you got? Man, LSU this year again?
All day, baby.
LSU Tigers all day, huh? Bayou Bengals. Bayou Bengals, yeah. You know what the wife just said. You can't come over because she SEC Georgia all day. So she said you can't come over anymore.
Wow.
You tell her when the Bulldogs become relevant and win a championship, bro, we'll talk, okay?
They won 2 in a row. You just said to become relevant?
One.
They won 2 in a row, Saint.
What are you playing, Saint?
Out.
Huh?
10 years to go
Saint?
They did it last year, Saint. They did it last year and the year before that. What are you talking about?
Oh, did
they? You better start watching college football again.
Oh.
You better start watching college football again.
Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. COVID.
Anyway.
For a loop, bro.
All right, but Florida, my Florida State Seminoles are playing your LSU Tigers this year. We're gonna put a wager on it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they ain't doing nothing.
Because I got you. Bro, what happened to the Commanders, bro? Did they get sold?
Oh, we
waiting. Supposed to, but not yet. Yeah,
I'm waiting to pop that champagne. Hey, waiting to pop that champagne in a minute. You know
champagne,
what I mean?
Yeah. We waiting. We waiting.
We are waiting. Pop. Yeah.
All right, we come back from the break, man. Appreciate the brothers Saint getting on. What you got to say real quick before we get out of here?
What you got on the Celtics game, man? What's your predictions, man? We taking it or what?
I got them beating the Sixers. I got them beating the Sixers tonight. This series. I got them getting into the finals. I got them winning the chip. Actually, I did pick the Sixers to win the chip. I do. I'm not hating. I got them winning the chip.
Well, listen, man. Thanks for having me, man. Y'all
appreciate you jumping on, man. It's a real topic. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I can't tell you where to catch him, but he'll be on. He'll be on in the future. Don't worry. All right, we come back from the break. We got a couple more crazy topics. Fanatical Massholes. Y'all stay locked. Remember. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Stop playing with us, man. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
You see me, only the times change. Uploading his crimes to IG, so-called fame. Broke it down, slow down, that's the wrong way. The feds come get ready, cause you're dying there from old age. I know the feeling knee deep, screaming crime pays. I read his mind, this nigga washed up, Mr. Cascade.
Show. It's your boys, Pac-Man, Sasso, Mizzo. Excuse me, that was a spirited topic, man, right there.
Yeah,
it's gonna get the crowd buzzing. EIE, Sasso, EIE. It means everything is everything, bro. EIE, bro.
IE.
All right. For Pac-Man goes about EIE, bro. Everything is everything. For Pac-Man goes in on a couple subjects, we're gonna get into these quick takes because we gotta get up out of here. I want to give a shout out to Olivia Pichardo, the first female Division I baseball player in the history. And she threw out the first pitch at the Red Sox game. She goes to Brown University. Shout out to her. Shout out to Olivia. Respect. I'm saying, keep doing your thing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing it forward. Keep pushing that line. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Respect. All right, Pac. What we got? What we got on Rollo?
All right, so we're gonna get into the whole Rollo situation. I guess one of his comrades recorded a phone call with him in prison and brought to the forefront that he wasn't feeling the fact that he was lightweight selling. From his point of view, he was selling. You know what I'm saying? I guess he took a proffer. Now in the federal system, the proffer is where you sit down with them people. And you know, from coming from the background of somebody that's in the streets and living by the quote unquote code, you are never to sit down with them under no circumstances. It's just the rule of the streets. You know what I'm saying? You, even if you don't plan on saying nothing to them, you are not to sit down with them. Just to save room for people to say that you did say something or blah 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 blah. So he's going at him saying that why you sit down with them people. And then he goes on to say, you gave them your phone to get information out of the phone. And then he also brings up the fact that he verifies that he knew about shootings and drug sales regarding heroin and meth. You understand what I'm saying? And from some people's standpoint, it's not telling because nobody went to jail behind it. But at the same time, the man gave them information. And the whole thing is, Rollo been standing on the fact that he's a solid street dude, and that he's a stand-up dude, and he's standing on not telling. So this is why his man is not feeling him. You understand what I'm saying? Then he also gave him his phone, and for I guess back when he got sentenced 5 years ago, he been standing on the fact that he was solid. You understand what I'm saying? And as somebody from his background or our old background, those are things you don't do, quote unquote, don't do. So I guess it was brought out. He called them. Rollo called them, and when he called, he recorded the phone call, and then he leaked the phone call where Rollo on there basically saying, "Listen, yeah, that's what it was, but it ain't like this and like that." This is the phone calls on social media right now. You can find it, and you make your call. You know what I'm saying? My opinion is, you was standing on that you was a solid dude, and the whole time you sat down with them people, man. Hey, what y'all think?
I mean, if we going moral of the story, you know what I'm saying? Like, the moral of the story is, I mean, shoot.
I ain't got no more cheese.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The moral of the story to me is, I mean, he told. I don't know what else to say. Moral of the story is he told. Moral of the story is, man, stand on your feet. Look, again, man, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not advocating anybody be in the streets. Don't be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in the streets. But if you're gonna be in the streets, understand, man, there's unwritten rules. I'm sorry. I don't care what other people say. There's no street code. That street just done. Nah, man, listen. It goes back to when you was kids, man. And your mama tell you stop telling all the time. Or you and your brother go do something. You both broke up the damn house. You telling your brother too. Nah. Because 9 times out of 10, you gonna get it. You gonna get it for telling. Your mom gonna whoop you for telling. Even though you told her, you still gonna get whooping. You still gonna get your tail beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you was in it and you knew what was going on, accept the consequences, man. That's it.
Exactly.
You can't, don't tell because you jammed up. You trying to get out of it. Nah, man. If you knew what it was, accept the consequences, or just don't be in it. Again, let me make sure I say this again so people don't think I'm not advocating you be in the streets. Don't be in the streets, kids. Play basketball. Be writers. Be poets.
Go to school.
Be teachers. Be plumbers. Own stores. Own businesses. Real estate. Whether you're a chef, it doesn't matter. You shine shoes. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way or a denigrating way. Whatever you do it well so you don't got to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be on your dreams.
He also said there was man, but them rap dudes do it all the time. His man said to him, "But we ain't them rap dudes, man." Because Rollo used to say, "I ain't no rapper."
I ain't a rapper. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you basically, I'm not saying why he was out here in the streets, but while you've been in there, you've been given this narrative that you a stand-up dude and blah blah blah. Because there was dudes in the comment section saying, "Man, just let that man come home, man. He ain't do nothing wrong." Nah, the people that said that, y'all don't know that this man been saying that he's not that guy, that he's the guy that stands on not telling, when in actuality, in the background he was telling. He sat down and talked to them people. Now you can say, "Oh, he didn't say nothing. He didn't da da da." No, he said he gave them information. and he confirmed drug sales and shootings. So just because nobody went to prison, he still broke the rule, is what his man's saying. You still broke the rule. You understand what I'm saying? So I guess I agree with his man, but I'm not saying that nobody can't change their life. I'm not saying that the man can't, that he shouldn't be able to come home and live peacefully. I'm just saying you had people believing a false narrative, and now it's coming out into the forefront that you was living a lie, man. You had a lot of kids out there believing, and we had a lot of kids out there. What you want to call it? They was looking up to you and doing the things you doing because they thought you was solid. Yeah. A lot of kids was inspired by you. A lot of kids was out there busting heads because of you. And now they was busting heads for no reason, because they was busting heads for a dude that didn't live by what they thought he was living by. Yeah. And I don't condone none of that. I don't condone none of that at all. But if you stand on it the right way.
That's why you shouldn't idolize anybody.
The moral of the story is what I think what Pac-Man's saying is, look, we brought this up not to call this dude out as being a rat or whatever, just to basically say, if you're gonna be in the streets, understand what comes with it. Don't jump off the porch if you're not ready for what's gonna happen, because that's part of it too. Like, that's not just the money, the women, whatever you comes with it. The cars.
And to say that it ain't always what it's cracked up to be. It's
well, that too. That's what I was gonna say.
Overrated. Y'all thinking that these
that's
dudes,
what I'm saying.
Is all these stand-up dudes. 9 times out of 10, they in the background. They in the background living another life, man. For real. Sometimes it be the biggest dudes that be the ones that, because they got a lot to lose, and they got a lot of time to get over their head, that to be the ones that be in the background doing them things they ain't supposed to be doing, man. Yeah. Look up to your parents. Look up to your mother and your father. If your father's a good, I put a post up on Facebook the other day saying a lot of black kids don't look up to their fathers when their fathers are successful people in the community and in the world, in life, period. They more looking up to the dude that's selling that false narrative, when you should be looking up to that person that's gonna give you that gem that's gonna get you through life without having to break no laws and live the right way. I looked up to the wrong people, man. And look where I just came from. I just did 6 years in the feds because I was looking up to the wrong. I was looking in the wrong glass. I was looking in the wrong glass. You know what that got me? In prison, man. You know, it's just overrated, man. For real.
No doubt, man. Stay right, kids. You know what I mean? But if you do it, you know what you're getting into. I said,
on another note, we gonna go into the Jamie Foxx thing. I guess Jamie Foxx, it was on the news earlier that Jamie Foxx, I guess, Jamie Foxx went into the hospital several weeks ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people are saying he had an aneurysm. Some people are saying it is unknown why he's in there. And nobody's heard from him for a while. But I guess he put a post up yesterday or today saying that he's good and thank you for the support, and he just shouting out the people that have been there to support him. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we just got an update. Not an update, but we just got word, some type of communication from Jamie Foxx. Yeah. He was
prayers to him though, for real,
yeah. He was working on a project with Cameron Diaz too. In the middle of working on a project with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Stuff, man.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying prayers to Jamie Foxx, man. Like, look, life is short, man. Live your life. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't want to live our life. I do it too. Like, I've been a victim of it. Like, I realize too sometimes, man, it's time to start. I mean, I live, but sometimes you got to start living more. Like, you see people chilling, see people out in sandy beaches and all that. I'm not saying we know they don't got money, but we know they might not be a celebrity, but they living. They're taking chances. They're like, yo, I'll worry about it tomorrow. Sometimes we got to worry about tomorrow. You got to worry about next month.
Take care of your body too, man. That's a temple.
Yeah,
man.
That too. Take care of your body. You know what I mean? But again, if he was strongly healthy and it was something where it just happened, man, it just happens. You know what I mean? But again, even if you healthy as hell, you working out, you lifting, you feel some tweak internally, go get it checked out, man. Go get it checked out. Because 9 times out of 10, it could be something dangerous, and you could be lifting. You could be the strongest in ox. That one last lift, and you out. You fall out, and ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes when you're busy, like a celebrity, you probably feel
That
a twitch
too.
or feel something, and you think, "I'll take care of it later." Nah,
You
ain't
know?
no later, man. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of
Stress.
it.
Eat in there. Hey, you can't eat in everybody's house.
What's that got to do with anything?
Shoot. Hey, look, I'm saying you can't eat in everybody's house. You can't drink in everybody's house.
What
You
the
can't
hell?
smoke in every. Look,
all
I
right.
don't know.
I know.
I'm just saying. There's different. What I'm trying to say. There's different. I don't know why he got sick. Like, you in different environments, you traveling and stuff like that. You just can't eat in everybody's house.
He's not eating. He's not eating it. You think? No, never mind. You think it's Jamie Foxx eating in just anybody's house? Though, Sasso, you think he's just eating anybody's house? Is that what you think?
No.
Let me say one thing. I know people probably saying, the man just said, treat your body like a temple. He's sitting there smoking vapes. Well, I just stopped smoking cigarettes, so I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm smoking vapes, because I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 13. You know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
said that. You just thought they said
No,
that.
people out there may say it. I'm not
I know, but I know. That's what I just said. I say nobody's saying that. You just thought they
Everybody's a
said
critic
that.
these days, brother. You got to know that.
I'm a critic.
Everybody's a critic.
Put the
Especially when
vape down.
especially when you're on the other side of that fish tank. People
Yeah,
watching.
I got you.
Oh, that
No
man
doubt.
just said take care of your body. He's sitting there smoking a vape. People do that.
I got
I'm
you.
just
Well,
saying,
you just acknowledge
smoke,
them by
I just
acknowledging
started
them.
smoking cigarettes.
All
So
right.
that's why I'm smoking these vapes. For all you out there in TV land.
Awesome. All
Wasn't
right, so
talking
check
to you,
it.
man.
I
Take it easy,
know.
pal.
Before we get out of here, one last thing. Bucks fired. I'm gonna go on real quick on this. The Bucks fired their coach Mike Budenholzer after losing in the first round to the Heat in 5 games. Now this is 2 seasons after winning. 2 seasons after winning the NBA championship. I say that to say this again. Sucks for Coach Budenholzer. He's championship coach. He's gonna find another job. So I'm not trying to. Again, I'm not trying to minimize what happened to him either. But I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm saying that to say this. You see what I'm wearing? Greatest franchise in sports. Okay.
Cashmere.
Hold on. Don't y'all start doing this. So this is what I'm saying. No, you're not seeing that. Go ahead then. I'm gonna go by I'll read by myself. So this is what I'm saying. Listen, Yankees, you're trying to keep Brian Cashman for whatever reason, I don't know. He had a press conference the other day and said, blame everything on me. Don't give up on us, though. We're a championship caliber team. They keep letting him do these boneheaded ass moves, choose my language, that have gotten us nowhere. I don't care that we're in the playoffs every single year. We are the New York Yankees. You are the evil empire. You go get everybody you got to get. It doesn't matter who you got to get and win damn championships. We don't do this just to make the playoffs, okay? Aaron Boone, hold on. Aaron Boone has done his thing, but he ain't done nothing to get us over the hump. All right? I'm tired, damn it. Fire Boone, fire Cashman.
Get a pillow and lay down.
I'm not laying down nothing. That's it.
Y'all didn't have a pension staff.
Sasso, say nothing. Your team is trash, Sasso.
What you talking about?
Not that good.
We won a World Series in 2019. Damn right. And that's right. We won a World Series. You the one got the problem. I ain't disrespecting your team. I don't know why you ranting at me. Look,
I had to take it out on somebody.
Listen
right,
to me.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We can't listen to you. We gotta go.
Don't.
For Pat, go ahead.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Don't do that. Well, I was going to say the Yankees have to get their pension together. That's all they had to do. They got the bet.
He's signing guys that are injured already. He shouldn't have did that. Brian Cashman should be fired. He's made bad moves. My wife keeps telling me stop banging the table. I'm gonna bang the table anyway because my house. Period. Point blank. Look,
y'all need to get out the basement. That's all I need to say.
That's cool. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying enough's enough. Enough excuses. Brian Cashman has to go. Steinbrenners. If they don't do nothing this year, Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone package deal. Y'all got to go together. Help each other to the airport. You know what I'm saying? All right. With that
The
being said,
Yankees gonna turn into the Montreal Expos. They're gonna move up to Canada.
that was corny. Yeah, that was corny. That was corny, bro. That was
So it's
corny, bro.
So it's the Yankees.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was corny. Yeah,
That's what say 750.
Yeah, you corny too.
750. You
750.
corny too. 750.
You corny.
750. 750.
Oh, by the way, it's not your year.
It ain't none.
Yeah.
It's none of your team's years either, though.
You pissed a lot
None of your
teams
teams.
off with that corny
Oh,
ass.
so it ain't gonna be the Commanders' year, though.
Well, the
It ain't gonna be
Commanders,
year?
Commanders, we got this. Aside from the Commanders,
Boston,
none of your
boy.
teams made the playoffs. None of your teams made the playoffs, bro. Stop it. You keep doing this. Your
All
teams
right,
didn't make
you
the
know what?
playoffs.
I'm
listen.
trying to tell you, I can't wait till we win the championship.
Who, the
A lot of
Nationals?
Boston people off with that
Oh, I
back
can't
and
wait.
The
background.
Nationals?
Take ass
The
back and not.
Hey, look, I'm trying to tell you, the Nationals have a shot now. We are
No,
3 in the games
Oh,
back
no.
from the wild card
Hell
race.
no.
They're all right.
Hell
I'm going to
no.
believe.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
look. I do not care about winning the division. Look, as long as we get in the wild card, that's all that matters to me. For
I
real.
got you. All right. With that
All
being
right.
said, y'all, it was a great episode, a serious
Can't get right,
episode.
y'all.
This Saturday, we will bring it back to what we do, talking our talk on sports. You know what I'm saying? We will be getting into a little bit of we'll talk about the coach that got fired from Alabama for the betting scandal. We'll get into Jackson Mahomes being arrested. Ooh, it's bad luck. Is it a bad look for Patrick Mahomes? We'll see. You know what I
And
mean?
we're gonna have some more gossip for y'all too.
And some more
Yeah.
I don't want to do gossip. I don't want to call it gossip. We'll have that.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I'm saying?
I don't like that
We'll get
word.
into some. We'll
Ugh.
get into some baseball. We'll preview some more NBA playoff games.
You don't like
Fanatical
nothing.
Massholes show.
You like
It's
some
all
more-
your
All
Yankees.
right, from
Yo.
It's all
Pac-Man. From
Yankees.
Pac-Man.
Get
Nah,
it
you whatever,
together.
man. I hear you. I hear you. From
Get
Pac-Man.
it together.
King Size. So remember,
Can't
like,
get right, y'all.
subscribe, share, comment. Don't
Can't
listen
get
to
right.
what he said again. Like, subscribe, share,
Rumors,
comment.
Red
We'll
Rock,
see y'all on
Red Sox
Saturday.
All day.
Yeah, Fanatical Massholes. We out. One.
Faggots talking to me sideways. I look at young and see me. Only the times change. Uploading his crimes to IG, so-called fame. Broke it down, slow down. That's the wrong way. The feds come get ready, cause you're dying there.